Hi, today's topic will be about food allergy from our group.
What is food allergy? Food allergy is an immune system reaction that occurs after eating a certain type of food. The body's immune system mistakenly attacks harmless substances such as proteins that is found in food, thinking it as a threat. It may cause mild or severe symptoms and sometimes can be life-threatening, known as anaphylactic shock. Food that commonly cause an allergic reaction includes eggs, seafood, peanuts, sometimes fruit, or even vegetables. Next, the mechanism. During the first contact, the allergen triggers the activation of B cells, producing a specific antibody called immunoglobulin E or IgE that specializes in allergic reaction. The cytotropic IgE then attach and coat themselves to the mast cell. During the second contact, IgE now able to recognize the allergen, reacting to the harmless substances. The damage is done by the granulation of mast cells, thus release a bunch of inflammatory mediators such as histamine into the bloodstream that causes the symptoms of allergy.
Next is the pathophysiology of food allergy. Symptoms of food allergy can be divided into two. First is the mild symptoms. For example, facial swelling, nausea or vomiting, and runny nose. There is also severe symptoms or known as anaphylaxis. The symptoms are difficulty of breathing, abdominal pain, and fast heartbeat. Anaphylaxis can also result in anaphylactic shock, which is an overreaction of immune system to an allergen.
Next, there are two stages of food allergy. First, it is sensitization stage. The food allergens don't provoke a reaction but rather introduce themselves to the person's immune system. In the second stage, which is allergic reaction stage, there are early phase and late phase. In early phase, most people begin to experience allergy symptoms such as sneezing within an hour after being exposed to the allergen. And in the late phase, after 2 to 6 hours of exposure, inflammatory cells release toxic chemicals that irritate the body and can even cause tissue damage.
Food allergy is diagnosed in a various way. One of the methods is skin prick testing. Skin prick tests are frequently used to screen for food-specific IgE. They can be performed at the first visit and result readily available. A tiny prick is made with a 1 mm lancet through a drop of allergen extract placed on the forearm. The skin will give a positive response if it becomes red and swollen. But skin prick testing for food allergy may be unreliable and false negatives can occur.
Next, we can also diagnose by having a blood test. A blood test can measure your immune system's response to particular foods by measuring the allergy-related antibody known as immunoglobulin E. For this test, a blood sample taken in your doctor's office is sent to a medical laboratory where different foods can be tested.
For the medical management, first we use antihistamines. It may help reduce symptoms for a minor allergic reaction. These drugs can be taken after exposure to an allergic-causing food to help relieve itching or hives. Second, we use epinephrine auto-injector, which is adrenaline EpiPen. It for a severe allergic reaction such as breathing difficulties, throat swelling, wheezing, and needs a trip to the emergency room. This device is a combined syringe and concealed needle that injects a single dose of medication when pressed against your thigh. Third, oral immunotherapy. Researchers have been studying the use of oral immunotherapy as a treatment for food allergy. Small doses of the food you are allergic to are swallowed or placed on the tongue. The dose of the allergic provoking food is gradually increased. Then, vitamin D. In countries further away from the equator, where there is a less sunshine, an essential source of vitamin D, food allergy prevalence is higher. The suggestion is that low intake of vitamin D may result in a higher risk of food allergies. And the last one is early exposure. This theory notes that many children are now growing up in Australian environments which mark lower exposure to germs. Developed countries in which people tend to have higher use of bacterial products and less exposure to healthy bacteria in the environment will have significantly higher rates of food allergies.
Nutrition and lifestyle management of food allergy. First, people that have food allergy need to avoid foods that may contain food allergen, such as read every food labels every time. In the food labels, we can identify the food allergen by checking the ingredients when buying the food products. People that have allergy also need to wear ID medical bracelet. This is because to let others know about your food allergy. Second, prevent cross contact, like wash your hands before and after food handling and eating, clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces, wash utensils, dishes, pots and pans with dish detergent and water.
The traditional way to manage food allergies has been to avoid the food that causes the reaction. However, optimal nutrition is not guaranteed by eliminating or reducing the intake of foods or food groups. Substituting food allergens with other foods of similar nutrient content is crucial. These are the most common food allergens on what food they can eat and what food they have to avoid. Peanuts. Foods to avoid: peanut butter, mixed nuts, beer nuts, or peanut oil. Experts often caution those with peanut allergies to avoid tree nuts due to cross-contamination risks. Plus, about one-third of those with an allergy to peanuts have or will develop an allergy to one or more tree nuts. People with peanut allergy may use coconut milk, coconut oil, sunflower butter, or sunflower oil. Tree nuts. There's a long list of nuts to avoid, ranging from almonds, cashew, to pistachios, hazelnut, walnuts, chestnuts, macadamia nuts, pine nuts, and more. Experts often caution those with tree nuts allergies to avoid peanuts too. Soy. Soy is common in Asian cuisines and includes edamame, tofu, and soy milk. Foods to avoid include soy milk, tofu, tempeh, soybeans, and soy sauce. The substitutes are almond milk, coconut milk, cashew milk, cow's milk, and goat's milk. Wheat. From breads and biscuits to chapatis and cakes, you may find gluten in almost everything. Wheat includes everything from flour products, cereals, crackers, and pasta to breadcrumbs and bread. They can be replaced with barley, corn, oats, quinoa, rice, and tapioca.
Next is milk. Person has allergic reaction to milk must avoid meats from cows, goats, sheep, and also dairy products such as butter and cheese. So to replace the nutrient, you can consume almond meat, soy meat, broccoli, spinach, and you can find non-dairy product. Allergic to egg, you especially must avoid eggs, ice cream, bread, and other food that contain egg. Instead of, you can eat beef and rich grain and egg-free product. For fish, you must avoid all type of fish if you did not know specific fish that your body give allergic reaction, and also avoid fish product. You can consume milk, egg, and leafy green vegetable. Less common allergen is shellfish. Avoid crustaceans like crab, lobster, and mollusks such as abalones, clams, and squid. To avoid continuous loss of nutrients, you can consume cold water fish like tuna and salmon, and also nuts.
That is all from our group. Thank you for watching. That is all from our group. Thank you for watching.